suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right. Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
Ok. Hola, Oni pasando. ¿Cómo actuaría la gente si viera, o sea, la gente de Liyue si viera a Ito por aquí? Diría, oh, mira, otro Adeptus, vaya. Ese no soy un Adeptus, soy un Oni. Sería lo más cercano. Hello, they're coming through. Podría haberme teletransportado y nos hubiéramos tardado un poquito menos, pero... Oye. Pollo gratis. Yo vine por mi pollo, no escuchar sus problemas de pareja. Con permiso, gracias. Si hubiera sido más rápido teletransportarme, pero aquí estamos.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Era workaholic y se sentía sola porque no tenía tiempo para nada. La invité y dice, espérate, tengo muchas cosas. Pues claro que por eso te sientes sola, cabezona.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent
Trabajas
most
para
of it
vivir,
behind a
no vives
desk
para
filing
trabajar,
documents.
chihuahuas.
It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Is that? It is! It's Lady Ganyu. I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
Querida
Please
Ganyu.
don't also start calling me that. Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Leo after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Chising, the Tianshu.
Excuse me? Yo creí que todas las 7 estrellas les iban a poner algún diseño muy especial, ¿sabes? Y muy no. A este lo pusieron muy F.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Chising? The same rank as Ningún?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Las apariencias engañan.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
No.
Uncle Tien, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days.
Me imagino que obviamente ella ya estaba ahí y él estaba muy joven y la veía un poco más grande y por eso le decía Lady Ganyu.
Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the cheese sing.
Ah, ella estaba trabajando antes de que él entrara a las 7 estrellas.
Oh, so
Interesante.
you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries, oh, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
Ah, luego ahora sí volvió a aceptar su trabajo.
Backing character, just like that, huh?
Como era de esperar de las 7 estrellas, en realidad está ayudándola.
Let's move then to Yuehai Pavilion.
Me voy a teletransportar con su permiso.
Can't catch me.
Las escaleras están sobrevaloradas. ¡Ah, no! No están tan sobrevaloradas. Hello, da.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long.
La verdad es que sí, medio año que tengo activada esta misión.
I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yuehai Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
Debes tener como 1000 años de experiencia en tu trabajo.
Right. Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... Ah! I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Me perdí.
Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
¿Ah?
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is...
O sea, ¿vas a
Hola,
ponerlos
Isabel.
en contra de cada tienda? ¿Eso no es un tanto sucio?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
Can't catch me.
No Nunca está de más tener flores de seda. Ándale, está muy escondido, ¿no? ¡Ah, que no es aquí! Es más para abajo. Todavía más para abajo. I know
We
you.
meet again, traveler. And you must be from the Yuhai Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuahai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Tax records? Thriving?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
¿Será que son grandes rivales?
Please look over this tax record.
¿Por qué lo daría? Insisto, creo que estos son movimientos un tanto sucios, ¿no lo crees, señora?
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully. Line by line and word by word.
La declaración de impuestos de la segunda vida.
Ah, here I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa Village.
Nos vamos hasta Chinse. ¿No quieres que primero chequemos lo de la otra tienda para no estar de un lado y del otro?
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
Te daremos su gratitud cobrándote otra cosa que tú tampoco declaraste correctamente, compadre. Ay, Dios mío.
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa Village.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Ah, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Ay, espérate. Yo vi este libro y yo soy una ladrona de libros. Con permisito. Rex incógnito. Podría hacer esto y esto sería más rápido. Así, dale, bien. Ah, yo creí que iba a ser más rápido porque eso estaba más arriba y no está más arriba, está más abajitos. ¡Diablos! ¿Sí puedo? Ah, perfecto, sí puedo. Creo que no. ¡Cofre para mí!
Hello, free money. Goodbye, working for a living.
Me encanta este compadre. Ah, hola, señor. Tengo unas preguntas para usted.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Kingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
La que vuela.
I'm sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something.
Oh, yes. Ay, oopsie.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
¿Por qué?
What's that supposed to mean?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here.
Claro, si nos apoya en ello, va a saber de que justo fue él el que les dio la información y va a tener menos clientes.
As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here.
Ah, o sea, no quieres caminar hasta allá. Bueno, se entiende.
There, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
So that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
Ah, pero no te dijimos si sí lo íbamos a hacer o no. Oh, chicos, ok. Ya que. Órale, camine. Paso lento, pero seguro, señor. No se preocupe.
Find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah,
Oh, Paimon Season 2.
Excuse me, Fatui, ¿qué están haciendo?
they must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
¿Y si primero los observamos por un rato?
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it
Instintos adépticos.
my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
No adéptico.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Okay. Come here, boy. Let me teach you something. My sword!
I will have order.
And this rock.
Shine down.
And this other sword.
Torn to oblivion.
¡Ah, que no fue lo suficiente! No, que va.
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling
Ay,
the
upsi.
truth. There's no scheme.
¿Y entonces qué chihuahuas estás haciendo aquí? ¿Por qué estás ocupando el warehouse del señor?
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Chinksa village?
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to what?
Pick berries over there.
Ajá, sí, claro.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Chinksa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
¿Cómo puedes indicar que nos está mirando? Tiene una máscara, doña.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that? I swear, I only came here to pick berries, that's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
Entonces, ¿ahora qué?
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie!
Sí, bueno, ya me agandallé unas
I
vallas.
misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us, Fatui.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Paimon se apunta. Tú desapareces cada vez que hay una batalla.
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Buena elección.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice after all.
Me encanta como que landscape que se le ponen. En serio me encanta Chinste. Es que todas las flores que hay aquí, aunque sean en 2D, están maravillosos. Sería más bonito si estuviera de día, pero jejeje. Vayas que vayas. Estas vallas, con su permiso. Vaya, vaya, Tacubaya.